What is up, my thrifty friends? Tabs here from the Urban Goddess shop. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, okay, listen, I had other plans for today's video, but with all this going on with Poshmark's promoted closets, promoted listings, I had to do a video on this. So today we are just going to be talking about this new feature or promotional feature, I guess, that Poshmark rolled out on Monday. Of course, they roll it out after I had recorded my work with me video and was like literally at work till 8 p.m. that day when they dropped it. But to be honest, I'm kind of happy the way it rolled out because it gave me a chance to kind of get my thoughts together, do a little bit of research, people to kind of post some information, which today we're just going to go over the basics of what it is, what they've told us, and then I also have some insight to how it's going to be monetized and how we're going to be paying for it, how it might work for your business. So yeah, let's just jump right into this. If you're new to my channel, I am a Canadian reseller. I'm a mom to 2 girls, a wife. I work part-time in a hospital pharmacy, and I love to sell used clothing. It is my jam here on YouTube, and I share everything about my business, helping you grow a side hustle reselling clothing as well. Let's get into this. I'm going to kind of summarize what the blog post said. I'm going to drop the blog post link down below. Also going to drop the application link below if you want to join. And then I'm also going to drop the quick link to the Q&A portion of Poshmark where they kind of created a whole nother landing page, and this will be kind of like where people go after it's been launched. The blog post reads, introducing Promoted Closet, a new beta feature for the US sellers to increase the visibility of their listings to millions of shoppers on Poshmark. This beta program is a part of our ongoing efforts to empower sellers with more tools to make more sales and grow their businesses. With Promoted Closet, your listings will become eligible for promotion in prominent locations across search results and brand pages, and you'll be able to see how well your promotional listings are doing with access to performance insights. Participating sellers will have an opportunity to try the tool for free and provide feedback to help us create a valuable seller tool for the Poshmark community. Throughout the beta, we will be listening to feedback, improving the experience so we can roll out Promoted Closet to every seller in the US. Where's Canada? Where the heck is Canada? Okay, so that's what they said in the blog post. This is available to US residents only. If you're in Canada or Australia, UK, India, we do not have access to it. I'm going to do a little mini rant right here. The part that upsets me is that when they like crack down on relisting and automation and that kind of stuff, they penalize Canadians, right? They use their smaller demographic of people to pick on. But when they have like some new fancy feature, they're going to the US. And I understand you guys are a bigger demographic, but I feel like I am being picked on here being a Canadian. Because I'm a Canadian, they're going to do their bad stuff. And when they have good stuff, it goes straight to the US. I love all my US friends. I'm just saying, I feel like as a Canadian that I have a disadvantage for sure. Okay, so let's jump into what we know and the questions that they were answering in the blog post. So who can apply? You must be a Posh Ambassador 2 and able to manage your closet from desktop. I think the desktop part is very important because I'm sure the analytics are just going to function better on desktop. They probably haven't created it for mobile device, which is a little bit different. They are looking to larger closets with most available listings first, looking for the most possible listings to test on. And this makes sense. They're looking for diverse closets. They're looking for large listings so they can have a bunch of like individual test listings, like which listings is it working best on, which price points, what brands, what styles, which categories on Poshmark, because there's like a whole slew of categories outside of clothing and shoes. When will they let more sellers in, which I think is the big question? They will be making improvements continually, and it will be offered on a rolling basis out to sellers. Currently, they want to test with a diverse group of closets to see where it works best. So really no answers. We don't know how long this is going to be going on. And I mean, how there could be so many changes. Like what they start with could be a totally different product than what they end with. How will they select participants and let them know? The Posh team will be reviewing closets and emailing those that have been selected. So if you did apply, you haven't received an email, you're not getting in. Watch out for that email. They did say make sure that you've updated your email and that it's correct and working, the one that's attached to your Poshmark closet. And when will the tool be available to everyone? It doesn't say this, but they want it to be usable for everyone. So they want it to be like a universal tool, not just for, big sellers or whatever. So like I said, I'm going to drop the links down below that they have provided, I guess the blog post, the Poshmark Q&A, landing page, and then I also have the application link down below if you want to apply for this and you're in the US or have access to a US closet. I've heard of 2 different ways that they're going to be monetizing this, and I'm not sure which one it is. I'm not sure, maybe they're doing both. I do not know, guys. I haven't seen any official screenshots of from Poshmark's information. It's just kind of like that he said, she said stuff, which isn't my favorite type of reporting. But for right now, this is the only information I have. So I did see it online that someone had mentioned basically like a pay to play. It would be $25 a week, $100 a month. So that was one way I heard that it was going to be monetized. And then the second way that I heard about it being monetized was pay per click. I have not seen any proof, but good reason to speculate these are the 2 methods. So let's entertain the pay to play models. Let's look through these. So first being the $25 a week or $100 a month. I know this seems crazy because it seems like a lot of money, but honestly, I would probably pay this if it equated to consistent and good sales. I will pay for services that convert into sales. I will pay for automation. I will pay for cross-listing. I will pay for anything that makes me money, that converts into sales. If it doesn't convert, I don't pay for it. That's why I only have a couple products that I talk about here on my channel, because those are the ones that I have found that work for me. So let's do some math here. If on average my sales are 25 items a week, and that's 100 items a month, that would work out to, if it was the $100 a month, that would be $1 an item. That would be an additional $1 an item on my sales. Obviously, the more you sell or the less you sell, that would change, but let's go into how much money I would be making. So for me, my average sale price tends to be around $50. If my average sale price is $50 and I sell 100 items, that would be $5,000 a month in gross sales. If it costs me $100 to sell $5,000, I will do that. I would pay for that for sure. I don't know if I would pay for more than that. That kind of seems like a max. And when I break it down like this, I'm like, okay, that's manageable. I could manage that. But I do see how this could be tougher for people that maybe only have $2,000 in sales a month. I think it's going to work out to what is it worth to you? And where's the platform's, baseline at right now? I don't know. I think the results of all this mediocre sales in the last month or 2 is a result of them coming out with this. I think there's already been testing going on. I think now they're just opening it up to people signing up. I speculated this a couple weeks ago. Something's going on. Pay attention to what's happening on the app. And then of course, new feature comes out. It's just so hard. It's so hard to justify everything. If the app functioned normal and predictable the way it used to, I would say, I don't know. I don't even know where my thoughts are on this right now. I will pay to play. I should just state this right now. I pay to play on eBay. I pay for promoted. I pay various percentages for promoted on different items. And if it equates to making more sales, then it's a cost of my business. And I file that with my taxes. These are my expenses, right, to run my business. But it has to work. And I just keep going back to this. It has to equate to more sales. Now, because the baseline of the app is so low right now, I feel like anything would create sales, which kind of annoys me because it's like, do they create this, mediocre market so everyone's like, yeah, I'll pay to make more sales because we're all struggling to make sales? I don't know. Who knows? Okay, that's speculation. That is not proof. That's me just thinking out loud. I shouldn't think my thoughts out loud. Okay, now The other way was the pay per click way, and it appears to be working out to about 10 cents a click. If these clicks convert to sales, yes, it would be worth it. But I think we require more data to make this type of decision. Sellers have been asking for view counts on items, same as eBay, but they have not provided it to us. And I think that would be your best analytic that would help you make decisions on which items to promote, which items are giving you higher sell-through rates. A lot of us are just having to kind of, wing it, figure it out on our own. How many items are we listing? Over time, you learn which brands are selling, what styles, things like that. But yeah, I do think the view count would be helpful, but it appears that you're only going to get access to this data if you join the pay-per-click promoting service. So the data we've been provided from Posh is limited and marginal at best up until this point. If you sell on eBay, you know what data looks like. As a store owner, I literally have more analytics and data than I know what to do with. And I'm always learning new things and new little, sections that I can click on and get better percentages or more information on how my items are doing. Like they have a whole promoted listing data section that tells you what's your average promoted percentage. You can see what percentage for each item you are paying. Like it's just, I think data is key to this type of service, and Poshmark at this point doesn't provide adequate data for us to make good sales goals, to make good promoted listing goals and setting which listings to put it on. So I have mixed feelings about this. Now, Posh is promising data, but that also seems not adequate at this point. And I'm going to read a blog post or a Reddit post soon to you guys of someone who has access to this, and she's kind of sharing her experience. So I've also heard too that you may be able to set your budget. Maybe your budget is $20 a week, and you'll be able to select which listings you want to promote, and they will manage your budget and those listings, obviously hoping to help you make sales. And I mean, here's my thoughts on this whole thing. Even though we're like, this is BS, they're going to want it to succeed or no one's going to pay for it, right? So it's in their best interest. And this is the part that kind of ticks me off, because if you're not doing it, what happens to your listings? But it's in their best interest to encourage sales on people that are paying for promoted. Otherwise, no one's going to pay for it. So here's the blurb from Reddit. It says, this person currently has just over 1,000 listings. They promoted their whole closet for free right now because they're in that beta testing group. They said you can pick individual items, but they chose to do the entire closet because, of course, it is free. Up to this point, she had seen I don't know if it's a he or she, but they had seen no additional sales. They said it is showing they've had 73 clicks so far, and the price would be $7.65. So they said it works out to a little bit more than 10 cents a click, and this would be 10 cents USD. They also state the analytics leaves a lot to be desired. Like, it's not really analytics at all. It doesn't show you what people are clicking on, and there's no past data on clicks for comparison. It's literally a graph of clicks only. That's it. I'm on eBay, they state, so they're used to overwhelming amount of data and would take a full day to wade through. And that's so true. If you're on eBay, you sell, and you have an eBay store, you have access to more data than you know how to shake a stick at. The dashboard does show that impressions data is coming soon, but Poshmark makes a lot of and they take it with a grain of salt. Oh gosh, I love this. This person is speaking my language. If there aren't vast improvements to their sales in the next month, they will not continue to promote. They will post their results when this is all over, and they have an extensive spreadsheet going back 3 years, so it'll be evident if this works or not. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy how it adds up. And that's where I think it's going to be not necessarily promoting your whole closet. It's going to be selecting items that you know are desirable, that are already teetering on that high sell-through rate. That's where I think I would be using it, on brands that people are looking for, styles that people are currently looking for, and just kind of bumping my listing up to the top. What I would like to know about it is, with this, does it also promote you a little bit further just out on Google? Are they going to continue to promote our listings the same way on Google? Is this a substitute? Is this a way to have us paying for our advertising on outside platforms? Yeah, I don't know. Like, what are your thoughts? So up until this point, you guys have some information to kind of mellow with. Maybe you've seen this, maybe you've seen other things. If you've seen any other ways that they're monetizing this, please drop it down below. It wouldn't surprise me if they were doing multiple ways. Like, maybe for closet of 500 to 1,000, this is going to be the marketing plan, or like the monetization plan of how they're charging. Maybe for the 1,000 to 5,000, and then maybe the 5,000 and up items, like current active listings, they may have something different. I don't know. And again, Poshmark in true fashion isn't very transparent on how this is all going, and the information is incredibly hard to find on how they're going to be charging for this right now. So it's pretty much just people that are in the beta testing, and I haven't seen too much popping up. And I have been looking, guys. I've been combing stories, looking on Instagram, going to people that do tend to share a lot of information, and I just haven't seen very much. So going back to the pay per click, if you're not familiar with this, it's called PPC. You can Google search it, and it's called PPC campaigns. And basically, people have been doing this for a long time. It's a very common form of marketing. PPC stands for pay per click, a model of digital advertising where the advertiser pays a fee each time one of their ads is clicked. Essentially, you're paying for targeted visits to your website or landing page or app, or in this instance, it'll be for your listing. So yeah, there was a ton of information on it that I wasn't sure how it would apply into this. And if you have experience doing PPC campaigns, again, please drop down below and let us know what your thoughts are and how you think this is going to work with certain business models. I did see some information that they said, like, there was some various different ways people run their businesses. And there was one point where it said, if you do the price high method and you're selling like quality pieces, this PPC model will work well for you. If you price lower, it may not. Like, there was like a bunch of different scenarios where it was like how it would work and how it wouldn't work. So yeah, I'm not really sure. I could see this being useful for people that are selling higher ASP items, because you're probably already making more money and having a larger profit margin, and that would, in the grand scheme of it, work out to be a smaller amount. But if you were selling like a ton of those $20, $25 items on a pay-per-click method, I don't know how that would work. Like, I think that could add up really quickly. And that's why I was saying, like, maybe that, $25 a week would be a better monetization method for those types of sellers. Like, I don't know. I have so many questions. That's all the information I really have, but I'm going to leave you with some of my questions. I don't know where this is heading. Is this going to be, the new true north of the algorithm, the promoted listings? How does this work with sharing? What's happening to sharing? Is sharing still going to be the way, like right now our algorithm is share based, right? So basically you share to sell. That's how it works. Now they're turning into pay to sell, right? I don't know what they're doing. I don't know where this is going. I don't know what kind of changes. I don't know. I'd be curious to see if we get a fireside chat, but with how that went last year, I don't know, guys. We may not get a fireside chat this year. We kind of burned that bridge with them. Yeah, will sharing still promote your listings? That's what I wonder. And obviously the promoted pay per listing would trump share listing, but how do they work together and integrate into the algorithm? Is this a step in them fixing the search, like searchability? Because a lot of times with pay-per-click, it's very like SEO based, and SEO on your listings, keywords, things like that when you have all of that, it's easier for them to get your items to the target market. So it definitely would require some SEO optimization, because if you're too vague and not specific enough, your items are going to fall to very broad eyes, which may not convert your clicks into sales. So that's another kind of way to think about it, that if you are in beta testing, here's my advice to you: improve your SEO. Make sure your titles are good, make sure your descriptions are good, make sure they have all the applicable keywords, have the brand, have the style, the color, the size, all that kind of stuff in there. So when people go in searching, you're getting those people that want specific things. And this is all going to be based on, obviously, Poshmark's search working properly. I'm trying not to swear. Did you hear that? A swear almost came out of my mouth. I am a role model citizen here on YouTube, but in real life, I'm a sailor, guys. You would never know it, but I'm a sailor. So I continually catch myself, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this is going. Where's the app in a couple months from now? How does selling on Poshmark happen? And of course, I'm optimistic. Like I'm telling you guys, I think this is going to be a step in the right direction. I just don't know how we get from here to there, right? And what type of road it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a smooth one. I think we're in for a bumpy road over the next couple months, because every time they do these changes, it really messes with things. And I think they've been doing this for the last couple months, and that's why it's been so unpredictable. If I miss anything about the old Poshmark, and I can feel teary when I think of this, like I'm just reminiscent, I miss the predictability. I miss the predictability: when I list X amount of items, I sell X amount of items. And I used to know those numbers for my closet. Like I knew if I listed this amount of items, I was making this much money a week or a month, whatever. It doesn't work that way anymore, and I'm extremely frustrated. Now, I haven't listed in a good solid week, so I'm going to start listing today and see how it goes over the next week, but I'm going to keep you guys in the loop. Anytime I find out any information, I'll squeeze it into any video that's coming out. And I wish I had more. I wish that I was invited. I wish I had access to it, but as a Canadian, I don't. So for right now, this is what I have. And yeah, I don't know, where does this go from here? I hope it improves. I hope Posh is the app it was a few years ago, because that was an app that I was excited to sell on, that I was proud to be a part of. And over the last couple of years, I've kind of just lost my trust in them, my hope. It's just been a platform to me. And it's not that I'm like, I don't even know how to say this. I just want it to be bae. It's not bae anymore. It is, but it's not. We are like in a very dysfunctional relationship, and I just want us to go to counseling and figure this out. Okay, I'm rambling. I got nothing else. If you guys have anything you want to add, you know I'm going to be in the comments. You know I'm excited. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say and what your thoughts are on what's happening right now. So I hope this brings value to your business. I hope it's kind of, put a spark in you, got you thinking. And yeah, if you enjoy this content, make sure you give me a thumbs up and tap subscribe. Gosh darn it, not enough of you guys are subscribed. I see it, like 50% of people watching are not subscribed. And on that note, I'm going to wish you guys many sales, okay? Promoted or not, even if you aren't promoting, I'm wishing you sales. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.